The Podical sound.
Podcast, you can't win. Talking a good game, you can't win. Topics never lame, you can't win. Win.
Not your average Joseph. Marvelous.
It's ridiculously funny, but funny.
That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying is take it in consideration, man. Don't forget about it, okay?
Podical Sons of G-Unit.
What?
Tank tops.
You gotta do the 50 Cent little dance to it, because remember, he's so broad and stiff, his shoulders stuck, so it's like,
But do we have to get cut up first before we actually do the...
Come on, man. Ain't no problem Photoshop can't solve all these streets, man. Like, come
This
on,
is
man.
true, yeah.
Come on, man. You don't see how technology is?
Get that
Back
Photoshop.
in those days, you didn't. You had it.
You had to go to the
You had it. You needed talent back then. Now you just need a good photographer and a good camera and filter.
Put your head on somebody else's body.
Nah, that's it. You just need a little filter, a little edit, no problem. Small problems. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I like the seat right here. Welcome back to the best no judgment zone space in the world, because neither one of us have any law degrees. I am marvelous.
And I'm not your average Joseph.
And he is the birthday boy, or we are the Podical Sons. So let's start this show. Happy fucking birthday, old man.
Yeah, man. It's
How does it feel?
Feels good. It feels good, actually.
Oh shit, I didn't even bless you with those. Happy birthday to you. I gave you a little Stevie. Happy birthday to you.
Shuffling my feet
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. All right, see? So you can't say
My dude.
You never got a Stevie Wonder birthday thing. I didn't give you
the Stevie Wonder special edition cut.
You know, black people love that piece right there. The rest of the lyrics, I don't fucking know. You know the lyrics?
I have no clue.
Yo.
I thought that part just looped.
Nah. One day, check it. I went to go play it for a woman I was seeing, right? She told me she was busy and stuff with her until like the evening portion and stuff with her.
Right.
I wanted to surprise her.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a sweet ass dude, you know? Certified lover boy. So I go to her job and tell her just come out, meet me and everything. I had the cake and everything for her.
Okay.
So I'm like, let me throw it on the Spotify, you know?
Yeah.
Play a little something for her. Meanwhile, that bitch took forever to kind of get to the hook. So I was looking like, damn. I'm there looking at each other like, awkward. Just wait for it. Let me fast forward this bitch on my damn phone.
Like, what is this?
yeah. And then when it came, she, damn, they say all that. I was like, they be tripping.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to go straight to the blackness, straight to the hook.
Skip right to the hook.
Yeah, and then
right
that's
to the
it.
hook. That's where the celebration is at. It's the celebration is at the hook. You know what I mean? Everything else is the build up to it.
You're not
It's
wrong.
the build up. It's the build up.
Exactly.
All right.
So how you feeling? Older, wiser, smarter, dumber, younger?
Feel wiser.
I have a valid question to ask.
Sure, go ahead.
Dick still work?
It still works.
Okay.
It still works.
Still more than wood?
Still more than wood.
Start hard, finish hard?
Start hard, finish hard.
Okay.
I'm not in need of any products in this point in my life at this time. So I'm grateful.
If you were to take products, because
it would be just
it
would be like Pac-Man on the power pill. That's what it would be right now.
I mean, because you said you will fuck with a gas station bootleg Viagra over the COVID vaccine. So I'm just trying to get some clarity to this.
Yeah, but now I don't need both.
Now you don't need both.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm still out here. I'm still working. The rise up with the morning.
Okay. All right.
Go down at the evening. I'm here.
Well, your dick go down in the evening? It don't work at night? Your dick don't work at night?
It don't work because of reason in the evening.
I was about to say, I was like, bruh. I was like, you need to tune that thing. Seemed like you might need some sports enhancements. To the folks at home, welcome. First timers, enjoy yourself. Send a happy birthday message to Not Your Average Joseph at Not Your Average Joseph on every goddamn platform in the world. .com.
And if I sound a little bit more extra happy than usual, I'll get my little drank on. I got my pen in my hand and.
Yeah, he kind of doing the most today. I'm here. Okay, so how do you do your birthday celebrations? Because black women, I feel like, do birthday celebrations the most. I feel like there's some black women I know.
Right.
Once the month hit, their birthday could be fucking July 16th.
Yeah.
Once it hit July 1st, okay.
It's
so when does yours?
Even the pre-celebration even happens before the month comes around. You know how they start, they first hit you with their zodiac sign. You know, the zodiac sign come up first.
Oh yeah. So this is right.
All the memes with all the zodiac signs.
Cancer and
this is
and
Cancer.
Leo.
This is Cancer coming up, and then Leo next.
Leo's in August. Leo starts in August.
Leo starts, I want to say the 23rd, I think 22nd or 23rd of July.
Of July. So it's Cancer and Leo.
So as I was saying, this is when you start seeing it. Before in June, you already seen the Cancer memes come up. It's Cancer season. The season of the Cancer. You know, it makes it sounds real creepy if you say it like that, because you don't want Cancer to catch you during the season. But
no, that doesn't sound too fun.
But in any case, it's like it starts off with that, and then you're right. It's the usual. It used to be a weekend, then it went to a week, and July 1st, it's pretty much the month.
Okay.
But I'm low key with me, Marv. You know how it is. I think this year I felt like I'll do a little something more special than usual, because last year I didn't really get to do anything because of the lockdown sort of stuff happening, and you know,
shit, those bootleg ex-cons and stuff doing shit like around this time last year. They were just waiting for like to say, okay, you can now socialize with the group of 25. People like, you ain't say nothing but a word, Governor. They were ready to go. So okay, with you drinking and smoking and everything like that, how are your hangovers? Because last year I recall, your recovery's a little too sexy.
I took cues this year from last year's effort. So I was like, I want to make sure I enjoy my birthday, but not to the point where the recovery is a little hard.
So the recovery is real. Okay, so
recovery is real.
Real. You were DJing and stuff way back in the day.
Yeah.
Right? Did you drink and anything and stuff like that and partake when you weren't spinning?
Oh, of course.
And how were you to function the following day after that?
Oh, following day, you bounce right back the following day, man. Nothing but if you get something that's a little minor headache in the morning, and by the afternoon, that's gone.
Blinking is gone.
Yeah, that's gone.
Now these shit's a fucking day. You need a 2-day recovery.
Now it's like, man, what's going on with my body? It's betraying me slowly.
Do you have any remedies though for hangovers?
Sleep. I just go back to sleep.
Guys, that's it.
Let that just try to kill it. I was like,
that's it.
Just send everybody away. Anybody comes to just send them away. I'm sleeping.
Okay.
How about you? What do you got?
Well, for a hangover?
Yeah.
You know what? My hangover, I don't really put myself in a position to get those type of hangovers and stuff like that.
Right.
So I want to say, I always just keep Gatorade on deck.
Gatorade.
I just need some electrolytes to boost back into my system.
Yeah.
And I always drink green tea. So green tea, like, it tends, the antioxidants, it tends to latch on to the things that the body doesn't really need.
Right.
Part of like the toxins and stuff from the alcohol and everything like that, snatch onto those and then transfer them into like stool and waste out the system kind of soon.
So that's one of the things that go the electrolytes out of your body once you start drinking. Is that why you always feel like your mouth is like pasty and
dehydrated? Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, alcohol dries people out in
Right.
general, though,
Okay.
right? So I mean, I want to say, like, if you have like even rubbing alcohol, you throw it on the skin and stuff, whatever. A matter of time and stuff like that. Sanitizer will evaporate and stuff. So now you're putting this inside where it's supposed to be moist and controlled and stuff like that. And then now you're just kind of sucking
Throwing
up
back
all
the yak.
Yeah. All of that good shit. There's a different dance, a little different party to begin.
Well, yeah, I learned my lesson
it's
from
fun,
last
like,
year. I learned my
look-
lesson from last year and then toned it back this time around.
My slogan is on Fridays. Before it was Sliff. Sorry, liver, it's Friday. Cause liver gonna take a beating and stuff whatever when they come to like the weekend and shit like that. And then as the older I got,
Right.
I'm looking like, yo, I kind of need my shit though.
He kind of.
I kind of need it though.
He might not want to treat the liver that way no more.
Because I even seen I think somebody had a boat or a photo of a boat, and it said cirrhosis of the river. So I'm like, the fuck? I was like, no,
That's
people
crazy.
die of the cirrhosis of the liver.
That's crazy.
So I was like, yo, you know what? Let me take it back. And I know a relative, like a friend of mine, I think if I'm not mistaken, his father's uncle
Right.
passed. So he passed and stuff from cirrhosis of the liver and everything like that, right? So I was like, you know what? At least I can say I know somebody who passed of it, that I knew this man, shook his hand, all this type of stuff, and he died of cirrhosis of the liver. So I'm like,
Right,
you know what?
right.
Let me be mindful and stuff, whatever, because he did some heavy drinking and stuff. Rest
I
his
was about
soul.
to say he was.
Yeah. So I like, so me, I had slip. He
Right.
probably had sorry liver. It's a day, and then he just would throw it back.
It's funny how we think of like certain things were just considered a norm in a certain point of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we start to learn about a little bit more of what's going on with the body in regards to different type of treatment. And we see that, okay, no, maybe the portions that we were telling you to have before weren't okay over time. And then just because, man.
Well, because I mean, that's part of the reason why, like, I understand. See, when we look at everything in the whole view,
Right.
people look at it stuff like, oh, the medical experts fucked us on COVID.
Right.
No, for years. This has been an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I tell you before, coffee was bad. Now coffee is good. Now coffee is back to bad. They've been leading you and stuff, whatever thing. But the thing and stuff is that change is gonna come. Sam Cooke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Change is gonna come.
Yeah.
So your regular norm won't be the same and stuff 10, 20 years down the line. They might tell you something like that. Over hyper exposure to your phone, the late night shit would eat away like hours of sleep in your life
Well,
in
this
the
is what I'm
future.
saying, and-
You might turn into a fucking transformer when you sit in your car and make these little "this is how I feel" moment videos and shit like
Right,
that.
right,
like, yo,
right,
it's
right.
like all some type of extra shit that would just come up. So I'm like, you know what? You might as well enjoy it while it's here. Be mindful. What is it? Too much of something is bad for you.
Bad for you. Yeah.
Moderation.
Moderation.
Moderation. Let's talk about these polls and stuff then. First poll was, do people give their haters too much energy and power? 84% said yes.
Yeah.
You agree to that?
I agree to that.
Why?
Well, simply for the fact that they want validation from people. I think, I mean, it always starts with that for me. Like, people want to feel like they belong somewhere, and when they don't get that reaction, it's almost like a put off or a put down to them, right? So, in a sense, you're letting yourself be set up for a downfall if you're out there in the social media world where anything from anybody can be said,
Right.
and they not be held accountable, right? And you got to be able to either put up some form of defense to not let it affect you. But I find a lot of people don't seem to be able to do that.
To let them affect them?
And it just ends up affecting them.
Why though? Like, cause why would you think? Because there might be like 10 million reasons and we don't got time for 10 million reasons.
Right.
But why would you think? What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
So when you say,
So like when I'm saying that, I'm saying like, what's the first thing that comes to mind that like why people can't just, the haters are gonna be there.
yeah,
Why do it if you know the haters are gonna be there to throw rain on your parade? Why listen to the haters? Why give the haters the time, the space? Because I see some people like, I guess on Instagram, what I see on the gram and stuff like that, people will block comments.
right.
So that's one way of putting off the haters. And then some people will block like comments to like in stories and stuff like that, whatever
Yeah.
too, right?
Yeah.
That still don't say people still ain't gonna come in and stuff for that ass. Like in a message.
I mean, they can pop up with their pseudo profile and attack you
Yeah.
sideways, right? Like, like blocking, I don't see the sense in blocking, right?
Ooh.
I don't.
Go ahead. Tell me why.
If someone's gonna have their opinion,
Mm-hmm.
that you should just let them have their opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The people who know you and people who rock with you will either know that their opinion of you is gonna either be bullshit or it holds true, right? You just gotta be you, honest through and blue, on the social media platform. Don't act like you're more than anything that you are, and you shouldn't act like you're anything less. Don't undersell yourself either, right? Because it's a community, right? But it should be a community that's offering. It's what you offer to the community.
So you, as a person who gets the haters and stuff, whatever, you still need to know what you're gonna offer to the community.
Yeah, I'm not in it for the haters. I'm in it for the community. So as long as I know what I'm doing for my community and that comes through on my platform, through either through my profile or from the things that I do, then I could care less for a hater. I'm not doing it for you anyway. Show up on my page, you cause a little bit of controversy. People love drama. It just brings more attention to the page.
Do you feel like there's, let's say, good publicity and bad publicity?
Yeah. Good and bad. Publicity is publicity.
I feel like bad publicity and stuff, like, I feel like there's a lot of times where it's kind of like some people will say, like, if the people are talking,
right,
you won. But if the people are talking in some ways and stuff, whatever, their talking could probably help destroy you in a type of way and stuff. So I feel like bad publicity is not good. Because he said good or bad is still they're talking. I feel like bad is still a fucked up thing. And I feel like the haters will look to that, to champion that, to help ruin you or ruin the person they're going after.
Yeah, but again, is it valid? Like, the hate that you're receiving, is it valid? The attack that you're receiving, is it valid? Now, I believe the people who you're doing it for,
yeah,
if they've been rocking with you for a while, right? And they know they've got a sense of who you are, or feel like they have a sense of who you are, right? And then it's of a matter of opinion, right? I could say Marvin's a piece of shit from here to the kingdom come, and the people who will rock with you are like, nah, he ain't, right? It's like, people have their fans, their core base, and if you're doing it for them, that's what you're here for, then why care for a hater?
True. Very true. I just look at it where, see, my standing point, I look at it where you have people, what is it? People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer, because it's the theory of man.
Right.
Some people can't understand, let's say, your level of success. How you get to this point, how'd you make it here when they've come from the same humble beginnings or probably like next door to you, right? And because they couldn't, let's say, make a trajectory like yourself,
right,
they're gonna hate. And when they hate, I'm not saying it might be valid,
yeah,
but when they hate and stuff, whatever, it's just some people that just might not be either for you or just have nothing to do, and they'll help champion that person's bullshit. And then this is part of my whole conspiracy theory thing, because when you can't prove anything,
right,
and everything, it just becomes like a false claim, an allegation. But allegations move faster than investigations.
But it's gonna happen though. Can you prevent that from happening?
Don't post.
You can now. You can. You don't have to post, but then then you're not offering what you have to offer to your community. If you're gonna make somebody stop you from posting, then you're gonna make somebody stop you from making your contribution and to receive whatever you got coming for you. Because you cannot just be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, me, I do. See, I said no. So every 84% said yes.
Yes.
I said no.
Right.
I said no because the only people that can probably stop me from posting, maybe my son, the person I'm with, Instagram,
right,
and my internet service provider. That's it.
Those are the people with the real power.
Yeah. Because other than that, whatever, I'm gonna post the stuff, whatever, what I feel regardless. Fuck, it was raining the other day. Sky turned purple. I posted.
I seen that. I seen you got into your Prince mode.
Yeah, it was purple rain. I'm looking, I'm like, yo, shit. It went from gray skies to cotton candy skies. Then the rain came down to like the red and the blue mixed to purple. I was like, oh my damn. I'm outside. I'm taking photos, enjoying this shit. Somebody might be like, maybe it's a younger person following me, like, the hell is this?
Right.
What is this sound and stuff and everything like that? To the older people who might know, or people my age, or might know who Prince is and everything, they're like, shit. Because I had somebody, like a few people like, perfect song for the perfect moment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to post regardless. I don't give haters and like haters no kind of time or energy or power. I'm going to do me and be like, either you for me, you roll with me, or you get rolled over.
Yeah.
I just keep it pushing.
Yeah.
That's just me. So I don't waste no energy and stuff on them. I just do what I got to do.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not here to waste any energy on you. I've got to focus on what I'm here to do. And while I'm doing that, haters fall to the wayside.
Okay. All right. So the next poll was, is there an age limit to sharing? 82% said no. How you feel about that? Is there an age limit to sharing? I know it's a broad ass statement, but what's the first thing come to your mind? And that's why I did it like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's the first thing that come to your mind.
No. And when I first got hit with the question, I was like, okay, sharing, what do you mean by sharing? Because I mean, you can share a chip. You can share a.
So there's not an age limit to sharing a chip.
No, there's no age limit to sharing a chip. Okay. But there's an age limit to sharing a room, possibly, right?
Okay. All right, right.
So I was
We're going somewhere.
Okay, how do you really process that? And then I started thinking, the first thing that came to my mind is like the family structure. I don't know why. Because you always see a dynamic where if it's sharing, the sharing can be both on a mutual level and on a personal level.
For family.
Okay. Right? So, for instance, a mother is 62, right? Son is 30, grandson is maybe early 20s. She gonna share the same type of hug with them, but then she ain't sharing that hug with no stranger outside the family of any of those ages.
Okay.
Right? So that's the first thing that came to my mind. Is like, okay, if I'm sharing amongst my family, then I don't really see like any sort of age limit. And then I started thinking, but what if it's like a pamphlet I'm getting? What if it's a pamphlet that I'm getting?
There you go.
Why should there be an age limit in me sharing information that might have been given to me and I could pass on and somebody can benefit from? Right? So I was like, damn, maybe there isn't really any age limit to sharing, but what is it? It's now you got to really think of what is it you got to share.
The first thing that comes to that person's brain.
Yeah.
See, the first thing comes to my brain and everything and stuff, whatever, was like, I want to say, the first thing was relationships. That was the first thing come to mind. So the first thing came to your mind was family.
Right.
My thing came was relationship and stuff, whatever. Hell, fuck no, I'm not sharing my damn woman. I'm not that polyamorous type of thing. Like, here's my thing.
Right.
I can share my woman when it comes to another woman and we're in a throuple.
And you're in a throuple?
If I'm in a throuple with a couple, like a man and a woman already,
right.
I'm not sharing. I'm just there to help pay bills.
I was about to say that, but that's not sharing
at that point. I'm there to help pay bills because, look, two people already paying bills in this one place.
Right.
I slide my black ass in. Now I'm paying bills. All three of us going to be living Gucci in like a matter of time. Most households only have like two incomes.
This is true.
Our household has three. Ta-da! So if you see panorama this made back in the driveway, don't worry about our house. We good over here.
Don't worry about the house.
So you be like, yo, which one of y'all get the woman? He does, because I ain't sharing her. I just kiss her hand and give her back rubs when she's in the kitchen.
That's it.
When in the bedroom, they go to their bedroom, I go to my bedroom. Like, what if she wants dick? I'm not sharing it. So that's my thing. But then the other thing that came to mind and stuff, whatever, is that we had a discussion. Hear this out. All right. A few years ago, yes. So my son turned 1, right?
Right.
was when he turned 1. And what happened was we had like a little small little get together and stuff for him, for some peoples, the peoples I knew to come through.
Yeah.
Came by, blessed him a little gift. Ben Dillinger had this beer. Right?
Okay.
Never had this beer before.
Right.
So I was like,
is this something new or are you just
it was something new.
Okay.
At that time for me,
Yeah.
it was something new. So I'm looking like, he's like, oh, such and such company, they make this and all the above.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, let me try it. Whatever, I'll try it, right?
Yeah.
So now, I want to say I had fam over at the time and stuff, whatever. Like fam and her husband is there. And the ex, her friends, like her friend who's a couple, they're there. Right? So they're listening to my conversation with Ben. So I'm like, yo, let me grab, I'm like, all right, bust it open and I'm gonna go get a glass. But I guess they never seen my motion of me getting up to go, like I was standing up already, but to make the turn notion to go get the glass.
Right.
And then out of nowhere, you hear Patois come out of like somebody's mouth from like the living room side. I hear, mana for sure beer. So I was like, what? They're like, 2 men aren't supposed to share a beer.
Right.
So I'm like, first of all, I wasn't about that life and stuff, whatever, right? And salute to fucking Ben Dillinger, the terrorist that he is. I fucking love him.
What was his response?
He looked at set dude and he said, but you guys share spliffs?
Right.
You guys share weed?
Right.
Isn't that lips and saliva touching on the same object, same area?
Yeah.
Yo, that's different though. I was like, how?
You see the rules and the metrics change.
I was like, yo,
you gotta change when the drugs is different.
To fit for fucking people. So then the next one now. So he said to her, like, Ben's clapping at them. Because I'm like, I don't have to do no talking today.
Yeah.
My right hand man
Ben's
got
on fire.
this shit. He's
Ben's
on fire. This man is on fire.
Let him go. Let him go,
I'm like,
baby.
let him go. So then the other guy goes to say something stuff to him. He's like, but you guys battery chicks though. There's 2 guys fucking a girl at one time. So you guys are okay with sharing women. I'm like,
oh.
Quiet. Tumbleweed passed through that motherfucker. Tumbleweed rolled through that place. I hit the floor. I was like, I'm there chilling, laughing. And I was like, is there an age limit to this though? Because I'm like, what if you're a young, broke teenager,
Right.
or just of legal age to smoke marijuana? I'm getting all PC with this shit. If you at legal age and stuff with that, say you 19, your people 19, it's probably like 3 of y'all 19. They're like, look, man, this half a QP, or sorry, 3.5 grams. See, my mind is still on the old street shit.
Get the measurements properly.
3.5 grams, and everybody's like, they chip in for the weed.
Yeah.
Y'all sharing. It's okay to share 19 to do that?
19, I think it's okay.
39, is that okay?
39.
Why not? It's the same fucking thing, Smooth.
39, no.
Why?
39, you're
So
supposed
there's an age limit to sharing.
You're supposed to graduate to your own bag by that time. If you ain't graduate to your own bag by 39, you give up smoking.
See, so there's an age limit. So people saying no. No, you just said it. Yes, there's an age limit, but it depends what comes to the person's mind.
Depends what comes to mind.
What comes to the person's mind. See, my thing is, I'm like, okay, you're over there with your vape pen, right? I'm not about to say, yo, let me hit that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I got my own production at the house. I'm good. I'm old enough. I'm not 39, but I'm old enough. And that be that. So see, there's just a nose to these things. That's it. It's just that I just found it kind of funny how it's top heavy, and then people started to act all brand new with the shit. R.I.P. to Biz Markie. I see you did a little post and everything and stuff like that. From your side, tell me how you feel about Biz Markie. Biz Markie to me was kind of like a older, old school beatbox champ.
Yeah.
but in your world, it might be a little bit different because between I have him and I have Dougie.
Right.
I have him and Dougie Fresh. Excuse me, the folks that I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. Biz Markie is like from the first time that I heard hip hop music that was outside of like the late to mid 70s Curtis Blow, Treacherous Free type guys. When the scene in New York was popping off with Cold Chillin', Biz Markie was one of the first artists that I heard about. And I would say maybe one of the first set of rap records that we actually started seeing in Toronto back in the days was the Cold Chillin' label. And then when he did You Got What I Need, kind of just made you see where I guess not, you didn't think it would go that route to be like a pop dominating thing, but you could just tell the way how people gravitated to that song that weren't even part of, like, let's say the hip hop culture, but just knowing that song from their culture being put into a hip hop pretext. And then, like, okay, this is somebody, he's beatboxing, he's rhyming, he's embracing all of that. And he stayed consistent to that element all the way up. And you could see that in the characters that he played on Sesame Street, the roles that he got, right? Like, he always incorporated that beatbox.
Was it Men in Black too?
Men in Black, yeah.
Yeah, because he worked at the post office with Ken.
Right. And Will comes in and does the beatbox, and it's like a beatbox battle that they were having.
I couldn't do that shit. I was like, okay. Yeah, no, I was looking at it, I was like, he was going through some complications and stuff before, weeks ago.
Right.
And yeah, Friday evening, Friday afternoon, evening, that's when this all came down. Thoughts and prayers to his fam.
So with all what's going on right now in the world, health-wise, right? Where does diabetes stand on where does it stand with Black people today as far as it being one of the high killers?
What do you mean? Like, where does it stand?
Like, is it still something where now that we're being more conscious of our health, this is something that Black people should also take seriously and start looking back to what
I think Black people Ben should have taken care of and stuff like that. Because if we look at some of our, I guess, quote unquote traditional foods,
right?
They were kind of like slave foods,
right?
Yeah. So I mean, a lot of those foods and stuff, whatever, they were kind of like the leftover and the not so good, but we made it good. That's the dope thing about, I want to say, the Black people.
Yeah,
right. They kind of take like something that was bad and kind of put a positive to it, whatever. Like, oh, that's bad, and like, damn, those shoes is bad.
Yeah,
you like, you a bitch. Whatever, female dog, they'd be like, damn, you a sexy bitch, So we tend to do that a lot of times and stuff. And when it came to our foods, it was like that and stuff as well. Now, before, I want to say the little leftover lifestyle after, let's say, like the slave world and everything like that.
Right.
Not a lot of people were kind of, not saying moving, but they weren't doing to and fro. It's kind of like you use it. If you don't use it, you lose it, whatever, right? Yeah. So they're not taking care of the bodies and stuff like that. They're still eating well. They're eating better. But certain things and stuff just kind of pop up in their world where they have to assess and address. And diet is not really the thing.
No.
And then you add workout and everything to that, whatever. I want to say some people, they might do it for other people.
Right.
Motivational purposes. Whatever your motivation might be. And some people... Healthcare is not too much here. Maybe more in America.
Yeah.
Healthcare is still kind of a luxury to a good amount of people.
Okay.
Right? Like, healthcare in Ontario and stuff is free.
Right.
Healthcare in America and everything like that, you're blessed with Obamacare. That kind of came in and stuff for the past few years. But then think about all the people who, before the Obamacare.
Right.
Were they going to the doctors like that? people only go to the doctors or hospital for emergency purposes.
Yeah.
There's people that probably just went to the hospital and stuff just to go deliver a baby and kind of call it a day. Racked up a bill from giving birth to the child, never paid that bill.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like health, it's kind of like, if I don't know I have anything, I don't got to worry about shit. And diabetes was one of those things and stuff where until they realize that like it's starting to affect their body.
Yeah.
And this is where they go into change. Like,
Right.
go look at it. So that's why diabetes and then cancers and stuff like that, those are time to get people and stuff. And then remember, you probably heard way back when people are like, my sugar levels. I got to worry about my sugar.
Yeah.
That's diabetes.
And it's one of those things where you've heard it like way back then. Like the call did not just come out now.
No.
Right? And the fight for health is, as we put it, like my body, my right. Right? Should there be a push now for people to be eating more healthier as far as part of your overall immune system, health, whether you get vaccinated or not vaccinated, moving forward? What is it that we should also do as far as just looking to protect ourselves, the way we eat?
Work out. Whatever you have input, you got to make sure you have an output to something. You got to, the waters. I want to say we've been given the basic stuff.
Right.
We've been given the basic stuff, whatever. In any case and stuff, let's say like I said, the medical professionals back then, they probably said something where you needed 10 glasses of water to drink per day.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then they realized and stuff, well, this doesn't cater to everybody because everybody doesn't have the same BMI, body mass index.
Right.
Right? So now they don't have the same BMI. And you're like, well, okay, well, this taller than life man, he needs his 10 glasses.
10. Right.
You are shorter and everything like that and slimmer. Then that's when they said some people 6 to 8. So if you look at some older stuff, it'll probably just say 10 glasses across the board for people of North America. Then they change it to 6 to 8 because it varies from person to person.
Right.
So over a period of time and stuff, like I said, things are subject to change. Change is going to come.
Right.
But once they get the basis and stuff to say like, yo, you need some roughage. You need some greenery. You need some of this in your diet. You need some of that. What's the harm in giving it a try? See how your body feels.
Yeah.
It's nothing drastic, let's say, compared to like a vaccine or something like that. Things kind of just live in your body. You're mindful on what you're putting into your body.
I've been on this green juice for about almost a month straight now.
What kind of green juice? What's in it?
It's called Athletics Green. Listen, all I know is green.
How you feel?
I feel good. Yeah, it's been.
You've been mindful about how you felt before it and then how you feel now?
No, you know what? At first going through it, like the first maybe week or two.
She's like, it was something sludge like to swallow.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't really feel any type of change or anything like that, right? But I want to say like in the third to like even up to today, I was drinking it and I was like, you know what? I noticed myself being a little bit more alert throughout the days, and not feeling as sluggish. I was like, hey, maybe it really is just doing the thing. And plus, I've been off for a week too, so it'd be really noticeable if I'm sluggish. But no, I've had energy to do a whole lot of things. So,
which is good, which is a great thing, right?
Yeah, and again, it's probably something that I wouldn't have thought of. But wifey was like, okay, we're gonna start drinking this green juice because I'm like, well, yeah, I know I can't do the recovery thing like I used to with the alcohol, so maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
It's been a long time coming.
Been a long time coming. I'm turning the corners. And I just took to it. And like I said, it's been over a month now since I've been every morning, first thing in the morning, green juice.
That's what's up. I was told the first thing you should drink first thing in the morning is water. Water. Yeah. You just start off like at least like close to a glass.
Right.
Or a little bit less than a glass, but that just jumpstarts the whole machinery of the body.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I think whenever I heard of it, I started doing the water thing. Let's say 2190. That's I subscribe to that.
2190.
21 days habit, 90 days becomes lifestyle. So I said, you know what? I don't expect no kind of change of results or feelings for 21 days whenever I do something.
Right.
Right? So now I go drink the water and everything, and I want to say probably about less than a week, probably let's say 5 days. Within 5 days and stuff, I realized and stuff that I've had this extra little jolt, a little pep in my step and stuff in the morning.
Yeah.
Like before I used to wake up out of the bed and I used to sit on the side of the bed, kind of gather my bearings and everything like that.
Right.
And then go turn off my alarm. And then when I started doing this, I just jump up and be like, fuck it, hit the ground running.
Well, see, you say that now, and I'm thinking maybe it might be the water. I got to put my little green powder in 12 ounces of water. And that's the first thing that
so this bitch is a powder.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a juice.
No. This is a finely ground powder. You just get a little scoop. I'll show it to you.
So we calling it green coke?
Look like
it look like some green coke, some cocaine.
Look like green cocaine.
Narcos? Narcos? Is that what you doing over there? Okay.
Maybe that's what has me so peppy in my step.
Sí, senor. No, but
figure out some things.
We have to take care of ourselves. And I mean, you don't use it, you lose it. Trying to utilize some of these things and stuff like that because you do tend to use it and lose it. I remember I was laughing at somebody and stuff. It was a woman, older woman and stuff like that.
Right.
And I just cracked a little joke on it. It was like a little light flirt type of thing. I said, you look great in your dress today. Yeah. She said, thank you. I said, don't be surprised if I try to jump on you and pounce on you like the Animal Planet. She said, it's been a long time since she had anybody jump in her bones. So I said, them cobwebs and stuff, whatever, is easy to remove, but if the feeling's already dead down there, I'm not wasting my time. And she's like, she wanted to cuss me out because she had a finger up like, you know what? Fuck you. I hope it still works. And then she was confused too. I'm like, why are you sitting like Mother Teresa for and stuff and everything? Like, locking the pussy up in a high tower for no one to get.
You're supposed
use
to
it.
Test the market every now and then.
You're supposed to use it.
Make sure the engine works.
Yeah, make sure. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You buy a car, let it sit in your garage and stuff like that. You don't start it up. You don't take the bitch around the corner. You don't see a little reverse.
Make sure the engine works.
And then next, you know what happens? Engine seizes. The shit just fully fucks up because you didn't do anything with it. The pussy will seize up. The penis too, depending on the guy. But I think most guys, they tend to jerk it.
Yeah.
So they're wise enough. They're wise enough. Now, if you're an asexual dude, thoughts and prayers to you too. Biz Markie and asexual dudes, thoughts and prayers to you guys.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. I got another thing for you, another topic for you. Ready for this? Housekeeper claims Chris Brown's dog mauled her. You heard about that?
No.
So, okay. Chris Brown, the incident took place last year, December 12th. According to the person. She didn't come out, say her name, but she said she was a maid, housekeeper, in his house. And the dog was named Hades. Hades.
Named appropriately.
Attacked her.
Sounds like a mauler.
Bit her in her face, bit her, and all the above. And then she said when she was telling, like, you know, Chris Brown and them have to pay for all this type of stuff, like her injuries and shit like that, and, you know, her being off.
Right.
They weren't responding. So she was quietly let go. So then she said she's going to issue a lawsuit. Loss of wages and damages to her body.
Right.
The dog is gone.
The dog's gone.
Apparently,
and the evidence is gone?
He took the dog, allegedly, he took the dog out the city to another city to get it euthanized, put to sleep.
Wow.
What would you do if you were Chris Brown? What would you do? Would you do that?
I mean, sounds like a plan.
No, that's what's wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that either. Please.
You're covering your tracks.
Peter's going to come for us. You know that, right? Peter's going to come for us. But my thing is that, like, here's my thing. I like animals. I don't like animals enough to keep them.
Right.
Can I say that? Because that's time and maintenance.
Yeah.
Because whatever you're doing to that animal, you have to do it forever.
Yeah. Yeah. They become dependent on you, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When it comes to, like, kids, it's a limited time. Most for the average. Like I would say like 9 times out of 10, it's like limited time. You might have the oddball case and stuff where you might, child might have special needs and you're constantly doing things stuff for them. Think about it. You get a dog now. For the first 5 years, you have to constantly walk this dog every morning, take this dog out, potty train them, and all the above.
Right.
Right? First 5 years of this child life, I think you might be Gucci when the kid comes to like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
The only thing you might have to worry about, like, I guess if they don't know how to wipe their ass properly, to get the skid marks out, boom, you're good. After that,
That's it.
You got that ain't
You're
your responsibility
blessed.
no more.
You're blessed.
I just feed you. I just put the food out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The dog, you gotta constantly walk this shit. And you gotta pick up the shit too. I'm not picking up no fucking dog shit, okay?
Yeah.
I don't want to touch my shit.
I think that's probably the deal breaker with me having to just, wake up early, walk the dog, do the do biz.
Yeah.
The do biz. And then you gotta take up the do biz.
And then you gotta go back. Look here, I'm an asshole. I talked to this one chick, she had a dog.
Right.
This was back in the day. She said, you take, what's that dog's name? Cassius. Like Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
She's like, you take Cassius out. It was a little barking rat, whichever it was, whatever. It wasn't Chihuahua though. It was like one of the smaller, bark. It was
Was it the skinny one?
It was kind of slim thugging though. It looked like it needed like a hamburger IV. So I want to say it's damn near a Chihuahua, but it looks like it could be like with a remix of a Doberman or something like that.
Like a miniature Doberman miniature Doberman with the big eyes.
Yeah. It could have been a mutt or mix or something like that, whatever. Right. So I'm looking, I'm like, the fuck? She's like, yeah, I'm gonna go in the shower and everything like that. And by the time you come back, I'm gonna put it on you. And my dumb ass, I'm like, okay, because I'll do it just for the vagina. I was like, clearly I was 20 something then.
Of course.
20 something. Yeah. So I was like, all right, and this bitch ass dog.
Cassius had different plans.
We go outside.
Right.
I'm with the dog and everything. The freaking leash had the bag, the doggy bags on there and everything like that. I was looking like, damn, she got garbage bags on this? I'm like, dope. I was like, oh, no, I'm not picking up no shit. So I walked Cassius to like, let's say on the street, they have like the little, where they have like the trees that kind of come up out the ground. They put the little thing around them. Give a little nature thing.
Look at Marv. Marv walking the baby.
You're goddamn right. Because Marv wanted to go get into that baby upstairs. I take the dog to like the first one. Mm-hmm. The dog looks, lifts the leg. Trey songs that tree.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Move forward, up some more. We walk. R. Kelly's that tree.
Right.
So I'm looking like, all right, cool. You should be done. You got 2 pisses out.
Yeah. You a little dog.
We're walking.
You ain't got more than 2.
You ain't got more. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I got more bladder than you do.
Yeah.
You nut shit. So we're walking back now, and it's kind of like going back, but I got on the leash and everything like that. They said, stop. Then the motherfucker stops, pops a squat, and looks me in my eye like, nigga, you need to watch me take this shit. Right? And it has like the person look like, I'm like, come on, man. Why are you looking at me with those big ass eyes, man? So I turned my head and just let the dog shit. So I was like,
that came out of you?
I'm like, I looked at the dog. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know the fuck you expect me to do with that. Cause I ain't picking that shit up. So it was like some dude way in the back.
Right.
Cause this is about like around like 10, 11-ish, whatever. The guy's in the back walking.
Yeah.
Dude, aren't you gonna clean up after your dog? I'm like, who told you it was my dog? I walked straight in that building, had my head up high, and didn't give a fuck. I left the dog shit there. When I left that girl's house,
right,
it was like 2, 3 something in the morning. Cause I think I had to bring my black ass to work the following day. Cause I think it was like during the week. I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted a vagina. And then when I leaving, the 2, 3 something in the morning,
yeah,
it was kind of chilly, kind of cold. The dog shit was right there, still in the spot. I'm like, kudos to everybody not stepping into it. Cause I ain't picking the shit up before and after sex. I'm not picking the shit up. So I don't do well with the mutts. Now, my thing and stuff is that some people put life insurance on their dogs. The dogs, a name like Cassius, I see where you're trying to go. You're trying to say something Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, the dog's a
Hades,
fighter. The dog's a fighter.
Hades, I don't mind because like it's like a mythical thing. When you're naming a dog like Kevin, like, like, oh my God, where's Kevin? And your ass think it's a real person. And you hear collar moving. That shit kind of pissed me off at times. So I was like, you know what? Salute to all the dog lovers out there. My thing and stuff is that if it was my dog attack you, Smooth, you work for me,
Right.
I'd be like, damn, that's fucked up. We're gonna rectify this. I'm gonna pay you this hush money.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, that's the dog. What dog? Hades is gone to the underworld, okay? Fuck everybody.
So you think the hush money was paid out already and she just wanted a little bit more? Or?
I think
this happened last year, right?
It happened December last year. December 12th last year. I think it did. I think it did to like a degree.
Right.
But it's not to compensate the fact that this person is now like out of work or discard or dismembered. Because think about it. You work at your job. There's a possibility that you might have a workman's comp issue at your job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where some shit might go south with you and everything like that. You walk into work one way, you don't walk out the same.
Right.
Possibility and stuff, whatever, right? Hazards of the job. If the hazard of the job is the damn dog, I feel bad for the person. Because you go in there to go clean shit. You don't go there to get mauled and attacked. And if you do get mauled and attacked and stuff, whatever, they need to compensate. Like, you woke up like one way and then you go to bed another way.
Right.
And then much as now you can't work for like a duration.
Do you have to have some sort of insurance when you have like a dog or something like that to protect against these type of things?
If it is, I'm about to get me 2 dogs this weekend. I mean, don't be surprised they went to go look for Hades now and everything like that. I might be kind of dry snitching on myself, but I mean, I need to know what like, if we put life insurance on dogs and everything like that, like, this shit is wild to me. This shit's so wild to me and stuff, whatever. Like, if I was Chris Brown, I'm doing the same goddamn thing. Like, I'm just showing the evidence. Now, Peter can come after Chris Brown. People can call him Mike Vick in the making, whatever the fuck. But I look at it as like, yo, dog. Dog.
Why? Why did you have to bite her, man?
Yo, it'd be like, you gotta go.
Come on.
I got bit by a chick's dog. I showed you.
Yeah.
I told you. The
ankle biter?
The ankle biter.
The ankle biter.
Folks at home, I was with a young lady back in the day. We were getting it in. Her dog was outside the room door. The door wasn't properly closed like that. The fucking dog put some force on it. That one I know for sure was a Chihuahua.
That one for sure was a Chihuahua.
That one I know for sure was a Chihuahua.
Yeah. What was that one's name?
Pepe. She was Latina. Pepe.
Doesn't sound as ferocious as gaseous.
Man, fuck Pepe, okay? I still got the scarring for Pepe. Fuck him. So, she had a high-ass bed. I get into my theatrics mode. You don't get into theatrics mode when you fucking? No? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like this. You sleep, you in your bed, and then your wife's like, babe. And you look like, all right, she get on top. And then next you know whatever, you're like, all right, now you're awake. Yeah. So now you're ready to get in your bag. Yeah. So I was in my bag and everything. I was like, yo, bring that ass over here to the ends of this bed. So I have like one leg on the bed and I had the other one standing up. So I'm there like in my porn star mode and everything. And then I hear like the collar, like I hear. And just shit moving. So I'm looking like, oh shit, the dog's in here.
Yeah.
She's moaning in ecstasy.
Right.
His dumb ass don't know she's in ecstasy.
No.
So he just hears distress.
She's getting attacked right now.
Damsel in distress.
She's getting attacked by
a foreigner who's in the house.
Man on top of her.
Man on top. He needs to save owner.
Pepe to the rescue.
Pepe bit the shit out of my damn ankle.
Pepe to the rescue.
I got the scarring. And what pissed me off about Pepe and stuff, whatever, is that I fuck with my socks on.
Right.
He chewed up my socks.
Yeah,
okay?
well, he made mincemeat of those socks.
They weren't like popping type of socks. I think what they were and stuff, I think it was like probably, it was like sushi and wasabi.
Right.
But he just chewed through that shit, whatever, right? And I just see like the blood pouring out like from like other parts and stuff of the sock. And I'm feeling this because like my foot was kind of like bent.
Right.
Right? So it's kind of like this. And so every time I flex it, I'm feeling nothing but pain. So she said, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, and everything like that. My dick getting soft with the condom on. It was a rough day.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Pepe just took the fuck out of your ankle.
What? She kicked him out the room. Pepe, no. I'm like, oh, what did you gonna say? I'm sorry, mom. Like, this shit was stupid. I'm like, yo, I don't think I don't think my bleeding is gonna stop. I gotta go to the hospital. Oh no, this is his second incident then. Fucking me. You knew you had mini Cujo in this bitch. And you just
biting niggas' ankles.
You don't warn nobody. So I'm looking like, you don't warn nobody about this shit. She said, oh, it's been a long time. It's been like 2 years since he bit somebody and stuff. And like, 2 years is too much already.
Yeah,
so now
2 years between stretches.
Yo, so now we go to the hospital. We go to St. Mike's because she lived like closer to the downtown area of Toronto.
Right.
We go to St. Mike's. We in this bitch because we took a cab there because I'm like, oh, I'm not about to jump in no ambulance for this shit. So I go.
Where was Pepe at this point? Pepe was still
at the house.
Still at the house.
Still at the house. The house I'm not going back to because I got vexed.
Pacing back and forth saying, yeah, I got this nigga good.
Yeah, because I'm vexed. I'm vexed the fact that like when I'm looking at the blood, I'm feeling the pain. My dick start getting soft. And I was like, I went there to go bust a nut. And I'm going soft with the condom on. So I'm vexed now. So when I go in the washroom, they're like, I can't believe I got to go to fucking hospital. Probably got to get stitches or staples because this bitch ass dog just bit me because I'm fucking the girl. So I was like, get to the hospital, hop out the cab and stuff like that. Then we're going and stuff. And they see the little blood. They see the blood coming out and everything. They're like, what happened? So I'm there, health card and everything. The check-in nurse, motherfucker had a nice ass little chuckle to herself. I'm not common view to you. Hopefully you hear this. So she's there and stuff. She's like, so sir, can you tell me what happened? I was like, yo, we were having intercourse.
Right.
And the dog
did you tell her you were in your bag? You had the one leg up on the bed.
No, I didn't tell her. I was trying to keep it brief, right? So then she's like, sir, I'm going to need details. I was like, this heifer
That's
right
what
here.
you just said. I had the one leg up on the bed.
So that's what I did. So that's what I did. I said, look, where I was angled, it was at the foot of the bed, and the foot of the bed is going towards the bedroom side and stuff with her. My left leg was up on the bed, and my right foot was down on the ground. So I was just kind of angling the position and stuff like that, right? She's like, oh, why did you angle that? I'm just curious. It's like, so then...
Just trying to get some tips.
So I was gonna name drop. So set girl, Pepe's owner,
right?
She's there like, damn, this nurse is so nosy. I was like, that's your concern right now? That she's nosy? Not the fact that I'm fucking hurt from your dog? Because apparently now, once it's 3 times, because she had to report that, once it's 3 times, the dog has to be euthanized, has to be put down. So she's like, this is 1 step away from the final tick. And sure said enough, whatever. Yeah, doggy, he ended up getting it and stuff, whatever. I ran to a friend, I think probably like a year or 2 before I got married. When I seen her friend, I'm like, yo, how's such and such? And they're like, oh, she good. I'm like, how's that punk ass Pepe? She's like, oh, Pepe bit someone else and stuff, whatever. I think like a year or 2 after you, it was like somebody else that lived in the building. So they had to put Pepe down because the person's like, they're pressing charges. Whatever, right?
Pepe's a biter.
Well, Pepe's a biter, man. Fuck Pepe. I'm not saying RIP no damn hounds of hell. Like, yo.
Pepe's a fighter and a biter.
Yo, so I don't know. If I was Chris Breezy, I'd do the same damn thing. That's all I was just saying. Space Jam. Did you see Space Jam yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I didn't see it yet either. But let me ask you, was Lola Bunny's change necessary to you?
I don't think it was necessary.
I don't think it was necessary either.
It was necessary.
And I'm trying to look at it from objectively from both sides.
Okay, what did you got? Because
okay, so before Lola Bunny, let's say, I was like 10, no, I was lying. I was in middle school, I think, when Space Jam came out.
Right.
So I could have been like 11, 12.
Right.
To what Lola Bunny was playing basketball in Space Jam. The shorts were kind of short. That's okay. John Stockman wore short-ass shorts. He wore booty shorts.
But I was about to
Dr.
say,
J and them wore booty shorts.
But I was about to say that at that time, the shorts were short.
The shorts were short. Correct. Right? I just want to say that the newer school, like the 90s and stuff, whatever, it started getting a little longer. Because before Magic retired, he still had booty shorts.
Yeah.
And Magic like hopped out the league like 92-ish, right?
I think
when he came out about AIDS, about HIV. Like 92, 93.
Round there. Yeah.
But he still had booty shorts and stuff whatever back then.
Yeah.
John Stockman till his retirement.
Yeah.
Still had booty shorts.
Yeah. The long shorts didn't really start coming into around Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I seen that. I get that aspect and stuff whatever. Like the shorts, that can pass. The top, not so much.
Right.
I wasn't staring at Lola Bunny like that, but half shirts or half jerseys like that on a basketball game where you have to jump.
Yeah.
Might have been the most, but that was the selling feature and stuff of it for back then. Right? We talked about them canceling Pepe Le Pew.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And was it Penelope? Penelope the cat?
Yeah.
I get that. Yeah, that was kind of like against her will. But I don't recall like, them exposing Lola's like under, I guess, like bunny titty under the jersey. I feel like they kept it tame.
Yeah.
They kept it tame and stuff like that. So, and they didn't think. Now, from the other side of the spectrum, does society over hypersexualize women? Yes.
Yes.
I see that. Does it get to a point where it's now thinking, is it okay? Well, was it okay and stuff back then and stuff, whatever? Yes, because before, we know better, we do better. Right. We're now doing better and stuff, whatever.
Right.
I felt like Lola Bunny wasn't hypersexualized to a point where it was a must to change her uniform because she got the long ass shorts now.
She wearing the brat. She got the brat clothes on.
Yo, I was like, who that? They're like, it's Lola Bunny. I'm like, bullshit. Not the Lola Bunny I know. Lola Bunny I know, she ain't look like that. But they're like, whoa, yeah, they got to make the change. I'm like, why? Why? Is that necessary? Like, what is Lola doing in this movie for me to understand why the jersey needs to be like this?
When they sell the short shorts at Old Navy.
With the Toon Squad basketball shorts?
No, I'm just saying like the regular girl shorts would be short shorts.
Mm-hmm.
And the little half tops. So it's like, okay.
It's okay for the little girls.
Right, yeah. You're gonna
it's
ban
okay for the teens.
Lola Bunny for dressing like that, but it's okay for you to be selling these type of clothes being inside the department stores and these brand these brand houses, right? It's like, I don't know, Marv.
It's not the same energy. Like
it's not. It's definitely not.
Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. I'm not saying that, let's say, Warner Brothers being like the head of this whole Space Jam thing.
Right.
Is to shut down or speak to Old Navy and all this type of things and stuff, whatever. But you have to show initiative kind of like across the board.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing this just to please a crowd, you're not going to please people. We just talked about haters. You can't please everybody. The things you do is just going to piss people off and stuff, whatever, regardless. Yeah. What was the feedback for? Like, I haven't heard the backlash and stuff, whatever, like that. I seen a few things pertaining to Lola Bunny and her clothes before.
Yeah.
But then when I'm looking at the Space Jam, like, trailers and everything like that, I'm like, no, this shit's fucking legit. I heard talks like months ago, but this shit's fucking legit.
Now they got Lola look like the brat.
Oh shit, yeah.
Well, the old brat. Even the new brat got hip to the game and sexied up.
Yeah. Because the old brat, we didn't know if she was a lesbian or not, right? And the new brat would be like, all right, she out the closet and stuff, whatever. I'm like, yo, live your life, own your truth. So I see that. I don't know, like, because I always had a thing for the brat though. Because when she had that song, what was that? Was it That's What? No. What Do You Like with Tyrese?
Yeah.
The What Do You Like? I was like, she had a little bikini. I'm like, whoo. Yeah. What do you like? Whole lot of foreplay right before you get it started. Yo, I was like, yo. The brat working with something, all of that. She needs to start showing all that type of stuff. But then, I heard that, she kind of like, she keep the guns on her and all this type of stuff. And I was like, all the more reason for me to fuck. No, the more reason. Crazy pussy is good.
It's good for you.
Which pussy is better? Crazy pussy or stable minded pussy?
For the long run, I'm gonna have to go stable minded, but
No, I don't like this birthday smooth.
Well, they're here and now.
All right, but we're not here and now.
But near and now, unstable.
Yo.
Unstable's great.
Unstable's great. Like, see, a lot of sane-minded, stable-minded women.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, oh, guys always say crazy pussy is the best pussy and blah, 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 and all this type of stuff. And guys make us crazy. And no one should have that sovereignty over you to make you anything.
Right. I agree.
You have to make yourself that type of stuff. If you feel like set guy or set person is causing you this much stress, release them back in the wild. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you.
Now, I feel like trauma might make like the grind and the wine on the dick a little bit better. Because stable mind just needs to be peaceful. So she just kind of like, needs this to kind of get the job done and get over with. When the other crazy one just needs to work out the rage on the ride and on the dick.
So I said, in the long run, you got to go with the stable minded. You got to go with the stable minded in the long run. That's what I'm saying.
You have to. I see that. Yo, okay, wait, let me ask you this. Okay, listen to this. I have a story for you. I heard this. One of the blogs. I'm not mentioning no blogs no more because I don't like how you laughed on my other blog. I told you about like Scary Mommy. Fuck you. I didn't get this from Scary Mommy. There's a husband, right? Help me understand this.
Okay.
Husband cheated on his wife.
Right.
Right? The woman that he cheated on his wife with, he only slept with her once.
Okay.
So one-time affair.
Right.
He felt bad, felt guilty. He didn't do it. So it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Said woman contacted him and said, hey, you gave me an STD.
Okay.
He's looking like, how the hell did I give you an STD?
Right.
When you're the only person I slept with besides my wife.
Right.
Now he has to notify the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Should he suspect his wife is cheating? If he only slept with his wife and then just this one person, and the one person confronted him about STD?
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't. Because he already did dirt?
Not because he already did dirt. How's he for sure to know that he's the one that gave it to that girl? He don't know. He don't know for sure.
But he still has to hit the wife on to get tested.
Yeah, he has to hit the wife on. But that's another can of worms. But he can't assume the wife gave it to him.
I look at this, I was like, yo, my man, like you got a wife, a full-on wife.
Yeah.
Right? What did my mom say? My mom said wife stands for washing, ironing, fucking, etc.
Right.
That's what she said wife stands for. She's like, oh, so if we get a woman, she can't iron her clothes? That's not a wife.
It's not a wife.
It's not a wife. She can't fuck you. It's not a wife.
Not a wife.
So he has a full-on wife, right? And I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, how are you raw dog? Like, he's in violation there. There's so many violations.
It's violations all around.
Yeah, it's violations all around. He should be writing out citation tickets
all
and everything.
around. There should have been a cop outside the bedroom just waiting to slap his ass with the tickets.
So I'm looking at him like, I was like, is he wrong to suspect the wife though?
Well, I mean, he's probably gonna have suspicions. I don't know. If that alone is cause for suspicion, then I would say he's wrong. There would have to be some other cues. But I would probably more suspect the one night stand.
The one night stand.
Yeah. You don't know her from Adam.
But she G-checking you. So you think it's just a facade from her side?
It's a facade, bro. She chaining you. She knows it might come up one day. It might come up one day. She got to be on guard. No, you did it.
She was probably naturally burning.
You know what I mean?
It was already on fire.
She came in hot.
And she came in hot.
She's coming in hot.
Holy shit. She came in hot. In more ways than some, man. I don't know. I felt like, yeah, there's violations across the board.
Right.
But I felt like he should just have the conversation with the wife.
Well, yeah, he's got to have a conversation with the wife.
Because it was in a blog and stuff, whatever, and people were chiming in. I was like,
what they saying? Wait to see the wife catch you first.
No, somebody was like, somebody made a statement and stuff, and they kind of echoed it because that's how like some of these blogs and stuff work.
Yeah.
So they're like, you have to deal with the consequences. You have to hold yourself accountable. Deal with the consequences. Confront the wife and just let her know her health is at risk. Because in any case, you know, you're putting her in predicaments and stuff like that and all the above. And then people are like, yeah. And somebody's like, what? Somebody's like, what? She don't know won't hurt her? It's like, oh, fuck. So everybody's like, what is the STD? And I kept saying that. I'm like, yeah, what is the STD?
Yeah, but that's the first thing that came into my mind. What was the STD?
I'm hoping it's something light.
I'm hoping it was something light for all parties involved.
Yeah, a clap. You know, like
for all parties involved.
Chlamydia, gonorrhea, you know. Something that can, you know, little meds can just, you know, do away with.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it was anything more severe than that, whatever, like, yeah, I think they're fucked.
Yeah. You need a Dr. CB.
Yeah, what do you think makes a relationship work, though? Some real shit.
Communication.
So, but we always talk about communication, but yet it's still, you have people still cheating. Are they not communicating to their significant other?
I would think so. They're not communicating what they truly need.
Oh, not even want, what they need.
Yeah, what they truly need. Maybe if you did communicate that first, you would have a better understanding of what you need. And if it's not in the relationship, then you might have to evaluate that, right? But I think that's the first step. People are not really honest with themselves as to what they truly need.
So, in a relationship, right? Let's say you like your sex vanilla.
Right.
Right? And said woman likes her sex to the extreme. I don't know. Whips and chains and stuff and everything that might come in the mix. Well, whips and chains might be light to some people. But to me,
I was about to say, to some people, that's a toss in a bucket. Is that what they call it? Is that the phrase? Toss in the bucket? That's a toss in the bucket.
They're like, what? We got whips on deck. There's a one night stand drawer, pull out, and the whips and chains are there. The ball gag is in the other one.
What's your size?
What's your size? Oh, that's a pro. That's a professional.
Small, medium, and extra large for the hefties that come through.
The hefty. Are you fat shaming people?
Who says hefty gotta be fat?
What does hefty mean?
Hefty. You ever seen the commercial? Hefty.
The bags.
Wimpy. The bags weren't fat.
The bags were
They
wide.
were strong.
The bags were wide. You're lying. You know the bags were wide.
The bags were strong. That's why they were getting the hefty. They even got the hefty.
So why?
Hefty.
Hold on. What's your word for strong? Your word you always fucking say for strong. Burly.
Burly?
Yeah. Why they say the burly bag? They said hefty.
Nah, I think hefty had a little bit more ring to it. Burly, too hard to roll like three or four of those off the tongue.
Burly. I did it.
Oh, yeah, but you're not average, like not your average Joseph, bro. Come on, man. That's why we the Podical sons. I'd have thought of burly too, but the average folk may not be able to do it. That's why you got to give them the hefty.
So,
Hefty.
To the vanilla folks, they're okay with how their sex will be.
Right.
The whips and chains person and stuff, they're not happy with the vanilla person and stuff, but they don't want to lose the vanilla person.
Right.
They want to, this vanilla person and stuff, let's say outside the bedroom things, probably like 80 to 90% of what they want or what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just that 10% in the bedroom and stuff, just not
different.
Just not there.
Yeah. Right.
They're lying to themselves? Are they're shortchanging themselves for the sake of the relationship?
But they're not communicating.
So if they communicated that like they need this
Right. Maybe there could be a compromise met.
So your woman
But
tells
if there's
your
no
woman tells you she
communication-
needs this and everything. Like, are you gonna take the ball gag in her mouth, or are you gonna send her, or you would take her to like a swingers club where she can beat the shit out of some people's?
I'm gonna tell her the ball gag in my mouth is a little bit uncomfortable.
I couldn't even picture you, but I pictured you with a fucking ball gag in your mouth.
See, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like
Yo,
I'm no-
the saliva's
I'm no-
gonna run down
I'm
on
no
the
Vin
side.
Grimes with
Like the slime and the drool run down.
Could you imagine? I hope you can't. I hope you can't.
No, but you're gonna give me the imagery, and I'm gonna try to imagine it.
I'm gonna tell her, it's not one of my things. But what if I take an apple,
You bite the apple instead?
I bite onto the apple and we'll just pretend it's a ball.
Be like, Adam,
No.
you're biting the apple?
How dare you go? How dare you?
They said, how dare you? Why are you so mean? See, that's her kink. That's her kink. Woo. He's like, how dare you?
But on the real though, I would say, come on, baby. I don't like the ball gag thing, but I'm gonna get an apple.
Compromise. Communication compromise.
We'll role play. This apple is the ball.
Because I feel like it's kind of like, I want to say, they said things are promised. The only things that are promised are like death and taxes.
Yes.
And I guess I'm assuming that's to a person's life, to that individual, me or you.
Right.
Only thing promised is death and taxes.
Right.
But I feel like to the general, it's like there's going to be cheaters. There's always going to be cheaters.
I don't think the world is ever gonna stop from that one specific thing.
Right.
Simply because, like, I know we've discussed this before, and it's almost like a societal thing where the norm is for you to be in a monogamous relationship.
In the Western world.
In the Western world.
Yeah.
Right? And before times, it wasn't always the case. And if you're looking for man, we say, of course, man has to rise above his animal instincts. But at the core of it all, man is an animal just like any other creature on this face of the earth. And the idea for a creature is to procreate. So he's going to have those certain urges and certain wants and needs that if he doesn't learn to control, due to the fact that his significant other, what he is now, want to be into a committed relationship with, right? He's willing to now suppress all those urges and feelings that comes with being a natural man.
Right.
Right? Just knock them out just to be solely in love with this one person. Then that's rising above it. And not a lot of men can do that. Not a lot of men can fight those urges.
But I feel like there's women too. I feel like there's women out there and stuff where
women too, but I think on a perspective is as it more being a man thing is because we're set to go procreate, right? It's like,
but we're the only ones on the planet, like animal wise and stuff, that have sex for pleasure instead of procreating. Because I mean, if you're pulling out. You're not trying to procreate. If you're having sex with condoms or birth control, you're not trying to procreate.
Yeah.
It's just a straight pleasure type of situation, right?
Yeah, but we're the only ones that look at the organs as like, go every time we see them too.
I like titties. I like buns.
This is what I'm saying. That's the other complex portion to it.
But how you know, like, if there's a different writer for Lion King, Stimulus was like, okay, Nala, you out here with them damn lion thighs and the lion leggings, them legs look kind of meaty, thick.
Looking scrumptious.
Yeah, little thick. She ain't big, she a little thick. So, I mean, our communication to the animals are not like that, whatever, right? Look at peacocks.
Right.
Peacocks, the male is the one with all the feathers.
Right.
That's to attract the female.
Right.
Right? So the female's looking like, okay, I see you with your 800 eyes, little feather tail going with your, you got little feathers, little dick to match all those feathers. You know what I'm saying? Like, animals, that's a given.
Right.
It's a given that there's a level of attraction and there's certain things we do to kind of get the mate.
Yeah.
But I feel like monogamy is not my thing.
Yeah.
I would say not my thing, but I'm gonna say monogamy is not, to me, for everybody.
Right.
Monogamy is not for everybody.
Right.
And we yuck their yum
Yeah.
to the people who are polyamorous.
Right.
And I feel like it only works as polyamory if all parties are in the
Are
knowing.
involved. Yeah.
Husband knew, side piece knew, wife didn't know. That's cheating. That's
Right.
not polyamory. If
Right.
all three knew, that's polyamory.
Right.
And I feel like it's more cheating than polyamory. Because why would you, if you feel like this, whatever, why would you go into a relationship with somebody who might think more monogamous? Shouldn't that be the first question to ask then?
Should be, but it's society has made it so that anything outside of the norm of monogamy is shunned upon. So I don't think it's ever going to be a point where the masses accepts a relationship as being poly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, why would all three of you these agree to be in a loving relationship with each other? How dare you? It should just be you and him,
The government,
her and she. You know what I mean? Like that, and
that's why I agree with you and stuff. But the government will, like, if I say I'm going to get married to one woman, and then we say we're going to add another woman and stuff to our mix,
yeah,
and everything, the government's telling you, no, you have one wife. One wife is enough.
right.
I think that's where I disagree with. Same thing if it was a woman who has like two husbands.
Yeah.
Right? She has two husbands and everything like that. Like, I tell her, like, do your thing. If they understand each other, do your thing. But the government say, no, you're only allowed to have one husband. So I feel like that aspect I agree with you with, but I just feel like, constantly, it's never going to fail that, like, people are going to lie to themselves
Mhm.
and then just bring somebody else into their lie. Because they're saying, like, I'm polyamorous, but I need a boo right now, so I'm going to be monogamous until another one comes in the picture, and then I'm going to be polyamorous again.
Then you're gonna be once again polyamorous.
And I was like, well, if you already polyamorous and stuff before, then just run with that. Like, it might be, your search might be kind of harder to find, but still do that, whatever. It's like me saying, I'm a gamer. I'm going to find a woman and stuff with her who hates guys who plays video games. And every time she leaves out the house, I'm like, babe, how long are you going for? I'll be gone for like 2 hours. And I go set up shop, play my video games, my headset on. Motherfucker come back. I forgot the punch. What are you doing? This is exactly what the fuck it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is who I am.
this is who I am.
This is who I am.
This is who I am. You been lying to me behind my back? Yes,
I'm a
but I
gamer.
still love you.
I'm a gamer.
Yeah, I'm a gamer. So I mean, all of that is now come to expose whatever. You're at the fault.
Huh?
I mean, because you weren't man or woman enough, or whatever gender, to own it
It's
and to notify the
man.
department. Yeah, communication. Let me ask you something real quick. What would it take for you to pick up and leave your country that you live in to be with your loved one that you've been with for only a year?
My loved one that I've only
See-
been with
Your significant other. So you guys been together for a year.
for a year.
For a year. What's wrong with your face?
What would-
What's wrong with your face?
What do you mean? What would it take? What it would take me? Is
Yeah,
there
like,
any? Is
like
there,
would you go? Would you go?
oh, you're not adding any extra money to that? Like, I'm just going empty. I'm just gonna give up all my shit.
I
and
mean,
go
well, I
empty-handed?
mean, you can find a job, but I don't know if it might be in your field or it might be in your realm. But I mean,
where are we gonna go? Is that? It's just
she got you until you get on your feet.
anywhere in the world.
She's picking up. Well, let's look at some House Hunter International shit because the HGTV loves that fucking show. So we'll say from Toronto, Ontario to Uruguay in Latin America and South America.
I don't know if I can give all of that up.
You won't do that for love? What you won't do, you do for love. You're not doing that?
I don't think I love her that much. I only know her for a year, man. I only know her for a year. A lot could happen in 2 years. What happens in year 2? Yeah, you didn't think about that, didn't you?
Yo, I know. I met a couple recently during the whole COVID dance.
Right.
Dude was a teacher. And girlie's Mexican.
Okay.
Right? She came here for something else. And I think she did whatever she had to fulfill. And they met each other. They were like friend of a friend at a party. They met each other.
Right.
Fell in love.
Okay.
My man just packed up like less than a year. Packed up.
That's it. Out.
I was like, I'm not saying you can't be a teacher anywhere. Like, he's a grade school teacher.
Yeah.
But I was like, like, so we just give a fuck about life no more?
Yeah.
Like,
toss it to the side.
Love is all we need. That's what Mary was preaching about.
That's what she was preaching.
So I'm not the only one. See, bless your heart. See, birds of a feather flock together.
Hey.
I was just trying to figure out. I was like,
hey,
yo, I couldn't fuck with it, but no, beg to differ. All right, man. Let's get to question of the week real quick.
Question of the week.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Shouldn't shock you from the shit I say. You're prepared for my nonsense. Are you ready? If your partner asks you to groom your pubes in a specific way, would you do it?
Yes. I would groom in a specific way.
She wants a thunderbolt. Like Zeus.
Shazam.
Well, it's my body, my choice, okay? She's gonna have to deal with the Afro bush. No.
I'll be running in that bedroom with a towel around my neck. But it's lightning, man. It's lightning, man.
Static shock. Yo, I don't have a problem with it. I ask several women.
Right.
Some women's like, oh, he gonna have to take what I give him. And I was looking like, what if the man said he needs you to just trim off the sideburns, like, off the leg side and stuff like that, whatever. That's tough titties. It's my body, my choice. And I was looking like, well, goddamn. There's some men that's willing to do what it takes. And there's some women that just don't give a fuck.
Nah.
And then they wonder why these men pick up a side piece and go catch an STD from. That's not me, though. Again, just what I read. Just what I read.
That's what you read.
That's what I read. All right. We're at the Ask the Sons questions. Get to Ask the Sons and then slide up out of this piece.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
First question comes from Dire Wolfie. Oh, Game of Thrones, Dire Wolfie. Okay. What instantly turns a person from likable to disgusting to you? That's a good question, though. So you can just like them in like 90 seconds and then they could just do one thing.
Hawk and spit.
Really?
Yeah.
That bothers you like that?
Yeah. If you don't know me like that, don't hawk and spit in front of me, man. Nah, man. Take that shit to the side, man. You gotta go around the building. You gotta tell me, excuse me 1 second. Yo, big bro, excuse me 1 second. I'll be right back. No, don't do that shit in front of me, man. Ugh.
It's funny. I feel like every episode of the podcast, I'm learning more about you. Yeah. I didn't know. I don't think. Have I ever spit around you before?
I don't think so. But I mean, we had that personal family bond, man, and we go back like corn bros. Okay, so you won't. So it wouldn't bother you if I had say you came through one day. Yeah. And I had I was getting over a cold, and I was I did the and I'm like, excuse me, and I got up. Nah, that wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother. Okay, that's the most I might do. Yeah, that wouldn't bother. But I'm meeting you for the first time. You feel like you comfortable enough around me. You gotta be yourself. Take up a bogey and. But you gotta be yourself. Yeah, be yourself around the corner, bro. Come back when you're good. Yeah, I don't mind. See, my thing is, I was like, all right, let's say you come over, I'm at a barbecue or something like that, whatever, right? I don't know you. You come over. When you come over and stuff, you're walking close. Now, if you look me in my eye, they're like,
hey, yo, not your average Joseph. Come here. And you're walking over.
Yeah.
You look me in my eye and you're like, oh, Toy? I'm offended. And be like, fuck was that, my guy? What was that?
All right. Check this out. You have the same barbecue, right?
All right.
And you see a shorty over yonder. And you say, you're going to go and talk to that shorty.
Mm.
You get up, you know what I mean? You started throwing base. She started throwing backward mid-range. Shout out to Biz Markie, RP.
Mm.
And she's looking all delicious. And you're about to ask her if you can get a drink. And she says, yeah, one sec. You still get you still there? You still with her?
I'm there. I'm just
there
making
with
sure I
her?
put more alcohol in her drink to kind of kill some of that phlegm off.
You get to squeeze some lime.
Get some,
Squeeze some lime in the glass.
You know what you need? You need a rum and coke with a lime in it. Okay? Let some of the alcohol kind of get some of that
Gargle
milk.
this.
Yeah, gargle it for a bit. Gargle and swallow. Gargle and swallow. Yo. See, I think the only thing that would turn me off from a person is if I can witness like them not holding themselves accountable to some shit.
Okay.
That turns me off from people. Men and women and stuff in general.
What about bad behavior?
I feel like there has to be a context behind it. Well, if I understand the context behind it, then that be that. I seen a dude one day and stuff, whatever. Like this guy, he took everything literal. Right?
Yeah.
And no one explained it to me, or I didn't get privy and stuff, whatever. Like how he just takes everything so literal and stuff. As much as, sometimes I crack jokes and everything like that, whatever. But I seen somebody else say something and he just took it like verbatim. Right? And one might just like, I looked at him and he's looking at me, I'm like, Asperger's? And he said, yeah, how did you know? So I was like, okay. When I get the context behind some things, you kind of can understand some stuff.
Right.
If you and I are standing somewhere today, there's another guy and stuff, whatever you haven't seen like forever. All three of us are in conversation. Someone else comes into view and he's like, no, the hell, excuse me. Or he didn't even say excuse me. He just walks away and punched the guy in his jaw. We don't know the context behind it. That guy could owe him money. That guy could have slept with his wife. He could have raped sister. Something we don't know.
Right.
Until I get the context of it, stuff, whatever. That's the reason why I won't write things off as like straight bad behavior.
Right.
Because I don't know until once I know the context behind something.
Okay. Makes sense.
Next question comes from I Am Goose. Jesus comes over to your house for dinner. What do you make?
I'm giving him a Jamaican's national dish, ackee and saltfish.
You can cook ackee and saltfish?
For Jesus, I can.
I don't like how that fucking sounds. I don't trust that.
Jesus, I'm gonna cook some ackee and saltfish. I'm gonna cook for Jesus. I'm gonna cook straight from the Sea of Galilee.
This guy.
No, you don't think I can?
It works.
It works?
The song works.
All right.
I have to see you do this shit. I have to see this fucking cooking
Anything's
shit.
possible.
Anything is possible. Yeah, Kevin Garnett, man. Anything is possible. I think for me, Jesus gonna get some southern fried chicken, some greens, cornbread, some mac. That's what I'm gonna give Jesus.
All right.
I'm gonna feed
Well,
him.
either way, he's gonna be touched with some sort of soul.
He's gonna get touched with the soul food for sure. Okay, last question comes from OK_Bud. If something, what did you learn from porn? Always check the volume before you press play. Yo. Am I lying? Yo.
Yeah.
No, because even like, oh, look, put like this. One day somebody sent me something and stuff on WhatsApp, and I couldn't make out what was going on and stuff like from the, let's say
From the small pic?
the thumbnail. The thumbnail was a lot bit different from where everything and stuff went. So the thumbnail, it just shows like somebody like running, like top half. So I'm just thinking it's just guy running from top half. they're full out. The couple's trying to make like a sex tape or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Raccoon comes through like one part of the ceiling. So then the camera caught the husband ditching, or the boyfriend ditching the girl.
Right.
Because he's just like, oh, fuck this shit. Climbed out the pussy and just kind of ran out. So I was like, gee.
None of that raccoon behavior.
Yo, she was scared. Ah! He already took off. He left the room already. So the camera's still set up. And then she kind of creeped out the room, and then the raccoon's getting his bearings like, oh shit.
Sorry.
I just came out to the fucking ceiling. No one didn't fuck about me. Y'all just can't even fuck about you guys fucking.
That's it.
And just kind of go to the day.
That's it. That sucks, man. Y'all didn't just care for me. Y'all didn't say, hey, just left some food on the table for y'all.
Nah.
Just have your way at the food on the table and leave us in this room right now.
I think the other thing from porn I did learn and stuff is that it's okay to take breaks. Because with the continuity thing we were talking about stuff, whatever, from before.
Right.
That like, I didn't know until I seen a porn documentary.
Yeah.
I just thought this was just one shot, one take. One.
Oh, no. You thought it was the one take magic?
I thought it was a one take thing.
Nah.
I just thought it was like multiple cameramen or camera people.
Yeah.
And it was a one take go. Not knowing that, all right, cut. We need more lube. We need a fluffer. Is that what they're called? The person, yeah. We need a fluffer. Yeah.
You need fluffy.
I didn't think all of that came into play and stuff with that, but I learned that day. What did you learn from porn?
I learned that the continuity. Those guys not really lasting 45 minutes. It's it's about 6 or 7 different scenes spliced together. You know, sometimes the money shot, it was about 4 shots of different monies.
Oh, those other dicks?
So you can't always believe what you see on TV.
What about positions?
I was about to say some moves. Yeah, I had a cop some moves off of porn.
The move that kind of got me locked up and stuff with punk ass Pepe.
Yeah,
it was. I saw that in the porno. I didn't know what they called it, so I just called it the landslide. Cause it's I call it the landslide because like she's kind of like at the edge of the bed. It's kind of like she's falling like kind of like on the dick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you're kind of holding her up, but you're not because you're not throwing out your back. And if you're not strong enough, you could just like kind of just
you could just
swing
any moment now. It could be a bad thing.
Right. So just swing it, and then that's it. That's a landslide right there. That's what I call it. But I seen it in one porno. I was like, one of these days I'm gonna have to try that move. There I was. Don't worry, that Pepe night wasn't the last time that the landslide came out.
You brought it back again?
I had to. That just makes sure any woman that's supposed to deal with, like, do you have any dogs? Do they live outside? Yes. Oh, they don't? All right. Come to my house. We'll fuck at my house. There's no dogs allowed at my house.
Are they the ankle biting variety?
I don't give a fuck. Suppose it was a bigger dog. Suppose it was Cujo. He bit me on my ass cheek. And I had to go in the hospital and stuff. I had to go ride the cab on my stomach because my ass is all fucked up. No. I don't give a fuck. Okay? 0.
That sucks, brother. Shout out to Pepe.
R.I.P. Pepe. So say the Suns for the week. So say the Suns. Do not be afraid of competition. Welcome it.
So says the Suns.
Remember, steel sharpens steel, man.
So says the Suns, man.
People are afraid of competition and stuff. We're not. We welcome it. Salute to all the...
Welcome it all, man. That's what I say. That's what I say.
Because it makes you get on your game and tighten up and everything like that as well, right? From like the cheaters and everything like that. If you got cheated on and stuff, closure. I always say closure is like if you never got it, myth. If it happened to you, it's a miracle. It's a myth and a miracle. So if somebody's to tell you like, this is the reason why I cheated on you and this is the reason why I did what I did, and it was kind of like in the realm of you were the cause, what do you do with that information? Do you get better? Do you tighten up? Do you take the iron sharpen the iron, do you get better? It's competition. You have another competition and stuff there. It's kind of like you. If you knew your wife had a work husband and stuff, whatever, and it meant nothing to you, you just keep it moving because he's no competition to you.
Right.
If you feel like you're slacking on what you do and all the above, you might have a problem with set work husband.
Right. Yeah.
Steel sharpen steel, baby.
You got it.
Okay. Once again, thank you for listening to the Podical Sons. Remember, the difference between genius and stupidity is a genius has its limits. Peace and love. Happy birthday again. Not your average Joseph.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day. Enjoy your time off. Carpet the hell out of the damn DM. And blessed to you, man. Welcome to another year.
Thank you. Peace and love.
Peace.
The Podical Sons with Not Your Average Joseph and Sofa King Marvelous.